All right, Booze fam, what is up? I am so sorry for my month-long absence. Weirdly, and I don't know why, but like during my month-long absence, I somehow acquired a bunch of new followers. I don't know why you guys are here. Please don't leave. But like I haven't put out content in a really long time, so I'm super confused how this happened. But yeah, I was like on vacation in the Cascades, no access to any kind of internet like whatsoever. And then on top of that, this crazy girl thought that it would be super fun to, on top of my full-time job and my full-time family life, let's just go ahead and go back to school full-time. So we're doing that too. So drinks are definitely in order. So last week, because apparently, like, this is just going to be my life forever. It's just going to be reviewing seltzers. Bud Light Platinum dropped their line of seltzers. It just came into my area last week, and there are 3 options, but it only comes in a 6-pack variety, at least here in the little Midwestern area that I run. So you've got a citrus seltzer, a blood orange, and then a wild berry. Now, here's my issue with this particular line of seltzers. They are 8% alcohol. That's like double the normal amount of alcohol in a seltzer. And here's why I think that's a problem. Because when you have a seltzer, the flavors are so like very subdued and so very minimal that there's not anything there to really hide alcohol content, which is kind of important if you're going to be something super boozy like 8%. At 8%, there better be a lot of flavor here, or else all you're going to taste is ethanol, and that's not yummy. Literally, nobody wants that. So we're just going to dive into these and see if they're even worth anything, because honestly, like, here's the thing. You all know how I feel about seltzers at this point. Like, I'm literally about to just, like, rename my channel to Mali Drinks Seltzers, because I feel like that's all I ever review, because that's all that's coming out. It's just seltzers. Literally everybody's just making seltzers. But this one, like, on top of the fact that I already don't really like seltzers, an 8% Bud Light Platinum Seltzer, I have very, very low expectations. So, let's just see. We're going to start out with the citrus because it's like a pretty low-key flavor. Like, citrus does not tell me a whole lot about what's going to happen there. Then we're going to go into the blood orange because it's, while that is also a citrus, it is a little bit more specific. And then we're going to move into the wild berry. And also, you may have noticed that this is a slightly different terrain than my normal setup. That's just because we built a new deck and I've been spending a lot of time out here, and honestly, like, it's just loud in my house. So here we are. And if you see a lot of smoke rolling past, it's because I'm trying not to get eaten alive by fucking mosquitoes. Okay, so it is worth noting that because of the fact that these are 8% alcohol, these are going to be higher calorie and higher carb. So if you're drinking seltzers for those reasons, you definitely need to pay attention. These are not like your standard 100 calories per can. These actually clock in at 170, so significantly higher. Also, like, your carbs are at 5 grams, which I'm pretty sure that for you keto people, that's actually still within your realm of acceptability. But again, I'm not a nutritionist. I work in the wine and spirits industry, so I could be wrong about that. It actually smells kind of yummy. It's got kind of a sweet tart smell to it. So this one, like, I almost think it might taste good. I am legit kind of amazed at this. This is kind of good. Was not expecting that. This is really yummy. What the fuck? Who knew that was gonna happen? Why does this taste so good? It is like really refreshing. It's got a lot of flavor to it, which has, as you all know, if you've been watching for a while, my biggest complaint with seltzers is that they taste like literally nothing. This one has a lot of flavor to it. It's very, 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 like, almost like fresh lemon lime, like bursting with flavor. And honestly, like, it doesn't taste boozy at all, which is really what I thought we were going to run into as an issue. as you know, gotta do my due diligence. I have to try it in the can. I have to try it out of a glass just to see how that changes things. I don't really expect for it to change a whole lot, but we'll just see. So surprisingly out of a glass, because what I generally find with seltzers, especially the ones that don't have a lot of flavor to them, when you put them in a glass, that diminishes the flavor like quite a bit. This is very, very, very flavorful, and you really don't lose a whole lot out of a glass. So really, out of a glass and out of a can, I mean, like, I'm ready to give this thing an A+. Like, this is really good. All right, we're gonna move on to the blood orange. Now, this is one of my absolute favorite flavors, and since the citrus was so good, I do have high hopes that this one's going to be good. I hope it is, because, like I said, this is one of my favorite flavors. So let's just give it a throw. This one even has more of like a sweet tart smell to it than the first one did. And it's not really what I want. Like, the smell is not even remotely. To me, it doesn't smell like blood orange. It smells like a dry, like, orange candy, like a sweet tart, or like a Pez or something. And it kind of tastes like one. It kind of has like a weird, like, Pez sort of flavor. And the blood orange is like really, really subdued. But again, not a lot of booziness, which is wild. That is not what I expected here. I really expected this to taste like a lot of ethanol and like just, you know, that feeling you get when you've had like one too many strong beverages and your mouth is just like hot and sticky. That's kind of what I thought I was going to get from these, but that's really not happening here, which is really surprising. All right, so big difference between the blood orange and the citrus. In the citrus, the actual flavor itself was maintained even in a glass. Out of a glass, the blood orange is almost completely lost, which it really wasn't there a whole lot to begin with, so that's not terribly surprising. All right, moving on to the wild berry. I literally opened this can and I immediately got smacked in the face with this almost, so it's definitely a berry smell, but by no means is it like a natural berry smell. It smells to me like if you bought a box of Oops All Crunch Berries. That's what this smells like. It smells like all Captain Crunch berries. So let's just see. Yeah, oh boy, oh my god, this literally smells like Saturday morning as a child. And it kind of tastes like it too. Like this tastes like, oops, I have diabetes. That's what this tastes like. That said, however, it doesn't necessarily taste bad. Is it a natural berry flavor? Like, absolutely not. And definitely if you sit there for a second and like really just let it sit in your mouth, and then like once you've actually swallowed it, a few seconds later, you do get like a little bit of a like medicinal quality, but it's not awful. And in this one, I definitely get what I thought I was gonna get, where it's like too boozy and there's not enough of something else to kind of back that up. But it's not awful. Like, I don't hate this. Out of a glass, that like crunch berry smell is like way more intense, which is super weird. I was not expecting that. However, in this one, the flavor of the berry itself is incredibly diminished out of a glass. So this one, I probably would not drink out of a glass. I would drink it straight from the can if you want to retain that flavor profile. All right, so final thoughts on Bud Light Platinum Seltzers. I didn't hate it. Like, I half-assed kind of liked some of these. If I had to rank them, I would probably say that citrus to me was the clear winner. It was the one that tasted definitely like the most natural and the most fresh. and then it would go blood orange and then the wild berry. And the reason that I would rank the wild berry like in the last place out of the three is because the wild berry did have in the finish, it kind of had like a medicinal and like too boozy of a quality to it. And that was a little off-putting. I think these are really good. And the fact that they managed to get them to 8% alcohol and not have that like very like ethanol flavor to them, I think is really impressive. So props to you guys over at Anheuser-Busch. These are kind of yummy. In my personal opinion, is this worth it? Absolutely. It is roughly about $9 a six pack. And I think that's like, in the seltzer world, that's not only like in line, that's actually kind of cheap if you consider the fact that these ones have twice the amount of alcohol in them as the other ones on the market. And they're really like not even just like not bad. They're pretty good. So if these have been released in your area and you're a seltzer person, or hey, maybe you're not a seltzer person because you've had so many seltzers that don't taste like anything, these definitely have some intense flavor to them. So you would probably really like them. So go out and give it a throw. If you even remotely care about what my opinion is, I mean, like, that's totally up to you. But yeah, take that information, do with it what you will. Thanks for watching.